Hello, welcome back to my daily Tour Divide updates. We're now on day 15. The race may have been won, but I'm going to continue doing updates for a few more days. So let's head over to track leaders and see what's been happening. And I guess the big news is we have a second place finisher. So Ulrich Bartholomews, he finished a few hours back, so his finish time was 13 days, 22 hours. He also got ahead of Michael's record dot, which is pretty outstanding considering the conditions and especially the mud that Uber encountered in New Mexico. So that's a standout ride, and obviously last year's champion, second this year, and he's going to focus on the Triple Crown, which of course is the Colorado Trail Race, the Arizona Trail, and the Tour Divide. And with a gap like that, he's going to be in good stead to take that crown. So here we go. There's Uber at the finish line at the border post at Antelope Wells. He looks pretty happy. I think he knows it was a tough race, and I think he knows he got beaten with an incredible performance from Justinas. And let's not forget that he pushed Justinas the whole way, and without Ulrich in the race, I doubt Justinas would have been riding as quick as he did. So yeah, great work from Uber, and obviously thanks to Ulrich for sending us updates every day. It's been really good and nice to hear news on the road. As he sending the updates in. As always, Redshift, they've been sponsoring all of this and making it happen. So a big thank you to those guys. You know the score by now. There's a discount code in the description, and show them some support. And they've been great. So cheers, Redshift. Right, let's before I go any further, I've got a nice message from Justinas. I spoke to him or sent him a few messages yesterday. After he'd had a big sleep and some food, and I just asked him about what it meant to win, and specifically taking Michael's long-held record. It's kind of been seen as the gold standard for a number of years, and I think everyone knew that it could be beaten, but every year something happened, and it was never quite beaten. So obviously Justinas has taken that. So I just asked him about that. So let's hear what he's had to say.
Well, I don't know what to say. It's one day after I won it, and I still think that it hasn't properly sunk in. I haven't caught up on messages and nothing yet. I've been just snacking, just napping and recovering. And I have had many thoughts while I was on the bike, so. For me, records is a thing that attracts, that motivates, that does all these things. But one thing for sure, they're there to be broken. I mean, that is why they are being set, so that someone can come and try and take a go. So I don't think that Mike also thought that this record will stand forever and ever. And then from what I've heard about him, so I really don't think that he was that kind of person. So I think, I hope he would be happy that someone did it. I definitely was very happy when I saw his mother. I've been sent over his mother's message, where she also acknowledged that, and she didn't had any bad feelings about this happening. So all this gives a very positive vibe, I think. So yeah, I'm very, very happy, very pleased to do this, and to be able to do this, and wow, yeah, it's been great. Like I have never, like, it's crazy how much other people's believed in my ability to do this than I did in my own. So it's this victory is for everyone who pushed me forward, and with thoughts, with good vibes, with standing on the road, ringing the bells, and doing all this stuff. It's been simply amazing.
So there we go. There we go. That was Justinus just on his thoughts about winning and taking the record. So yeah, give Justinus a follow on Instagram, and also he actually organises his own race. He's Lithuanian, but he lives in Tolga in Norway, and he organises an ultra race. I think it's about 1,000 k, but it's in the middle of the summer in the Arctic countries, so there's no light, there's no darkness. There's no nightfall because it's so far north, so that's a cool little feature. So yeah, check out the Bright Midnight, and give Justinus a follow. Is such a nice guy and does great things for the sport. So yeah, check out Justinus. Right, let's get back to the rest of the race. So our third position, Laurens ten Dam. He's for most of the race now. He's just been hovering in that kind of no man's land in third place. He's dropped off quite a bit in the last few days. But I think we'll find out why that is. Let's have a look at Live Slow, Ride Fast. This is his brand. And they've been doing really good updates. It's also worth noting that Laurens has a massive following in the Netherlands, and I think he'll be inspiring a lot more people to take on the Tour Divide. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a big Dutch contingent at next year's Tour Divide. So yeah, Laurens doing great work there. But yeah, it looks like
10 minuten later is dit de situatie. Mijn fiets vol modder en regen. Ik denk echt dat ik hier de nacht moet doorbrengen, jongens.
So yeah, obviously all Laurens's updates are in Dutch, but you can check them out on his Instagram. But it looks like he's just been smashed by the rain. And the peanut butter mud in New Mexico really slowing him down. And I also read on his Instagram that he broke a gear cable as well. So I think he had to stop in Silver City to get that repaired. So yeah, the Tour Divide takes no prisoners. And yeah, it looks like Laurens has really been getting the tough end of it at the end here. But it looks like he's going to be done fairly soon now. Let's have a look on the dot. So he's got 50 miles. So he's got to do that Continental Divide Trail section. So I suspect sort of 3.5, 4-ish hours should seem good. It's nearly 2 a.m. local time. I'm not sure if we'll ride through the night or not, but hopefully tomorrow we'll have another bouncing dot, and yeah, we can report that Laurens has finished on his debut Tour Divide, and it's still going to be a very fast time. It's going to be just over 15 hours, I suspect, which until a few days ago was a pretty solid time. If you got under 15 hours or close to 15 hours, that would have won you in previous years. So yeah, great work from Laurens. Further back, our chase pack, we've had some. We've had a shake-up over the last few days. Looks like Cade Reichenberger and Aidan Lamper are to and fro and battling for that fourth position. They're about level with Lael Wilcox's women's record, which is just under 15 and a half days. I think 15 days, 10 hours, something like that. So again, another fast time. Christian Duprez looks like he's doing an all-nighter. I wonder what the conditions are like in the Gila. They've obviously been pretty bad the last few days for our leaders, but hopefully it's clearing up a little bit for these chase packs. Megan, she's still leading the women's race. Anna's still rolling at 2 a.m. So Anna's 2,404 miles. Megan's 2,486. So yeah, it's an 80-mile gap. It's unlikely that's going to close now, but as we have seen, anything can happen. So we'll be keeping a close eye on that, and we'll make sure I bring the female winner in. Hopefully, probably a couple of days, day and a half, I would have thought, depending on conditions. And yeah, the single speed race as well. Where are those guys? Alex is still leading, and Johnny's again, he's pushing hard. 2 a.m. again. So yeah, it's not over between those guys. So that is a 30-mile gap now. So we'll keep an eye on the single speed race as well, and see how they're getting on. Let's just finish with a couple of updates. So let's hear from Megan and see how she's getting on.
Tour Divide update. We're getting close to the end. After Cuba, I rolled towards Grants, bit of night riding and storms all over the place, lightning in the distance, rain, but I had a tailwind, so it was pretty smooth sailing despite the rocky weather. Quick resupply and headed out towards Pie Town. The weather cleared enough, so I found a good spot to bivvy down for a couple hours, and stopped in Pie Town for pie. It was delicious, awesome. Heading south into the wilderness. I have a bunch of water, Twizzlers, um, Cheez-Its or something like that, and I'm having a hard time staying focused, I think. Yeah, in the Transcontinental movie On Board, they talk about poets and scientists, and like the scientists are the people who have everything dialed in, front of the pack, very strategic, and the poets are the people who are kind of like enjoying the experience. And the longer I'm out here, the more. Tour Divide update.
So yeah, it sounds like Megan. It's tough and it runs you down, and it's a long race. She's in a good position though, and she's almost done. But yeah, I think it sounds like the fatigue is starting to settle in. But she got the Pie Town pie as well.
Good morning, New Mexico.
Which is pretty cool. There's basically a pie cafe there, which gives the town its name. And if you get to stop there and have a pie, it's really cool. On the single speed guys, Johnny Price. He didn't stop at Brush Mountain Lodge. He did a quick in and out, so he didn't get stuck there in the vortex. It's very easy to get very comfortable at Brush Mountain Lodge and ship a load of time and have a nice time at the same time. But yeah, he's focused, and I think he's focused on chasing down Alex if he can. So yeah, quick in and out, didn't stop, and we'll see how that pans out in the next few days. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Thanks for watching again, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to cover other races as well as Tour Divide. So yeah, we'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow. We should have Lawrence finishing then, and hopefully our female winner should be not too far behind. So yeah, thanks for watching, and catch you again tomorrow.